Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here, and this is a kind of a WIP Tuesday, a Twip Tuesday, maybe. Anyway, I'm really hot. Sorry if I straightened my hair and I'm really hot. So, if I look a little bit red and blotchy, then just excuse me. Only I've been derma rolling, and so that might be why. Anyway, I've got, I don't know if this is all my WIPs, and I don't know this is all my finished objects, but I've been a bit, well, industrious of late, and I've made quite a few bits and pieces and tutorials as well, and I dare say they're not all here because I give them away, and you know, so then you can't show them, can you? So anyway, I've got quite a few. So the first one, you've seen this probably before, but I've did one blanket and now I'm doing another. So I've been making lots of these, and this is the modern granny square mosaic. I did a tutorial for it. I did a black one as well, which is here. This is the black one, exactly the same yarn on the inside, but it's black, and plus this one has got the borders on. So they were like this, all of these beige ones, well, cream, they are cream. They were all like that, and then I decided I was going to edge them with this variegated rainbow yarn. And then once they were done like that, I thought they lack now, so I edged them again in the cream. So I have been putting them together this way. There you are. So I've been attaching them, and that's how it I wanted that kind of effect with the crisscrossing as you join them together. So it's an invisible join. It's the invisible join that I put up, and since then I see it everywhere, which is quite funny, but yeah. Well, they say, don't they, that being copied is flattering. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. That is the joining of, and I've only done 4. The rest are all in a bag over there. Well, actually, no, they're on the side. Hopefully, I haven't missed any other WIPs. But that's this one. That's on the go at the moment. This was the blanket that I finished, and this is what kind of started it all off. Let me just do this, because if my computer's on, and it will flash, so if I put it on a new page, then it will just stay. So this was the one that started it, and I did the modern granny square. Now I have made the modern granny square into a hexagon, a square, and a rectangular blanket. I've done all those tutorials. They've been on my channel for quite some time, but this one is different because the way I did it before, I wanted it to look like a block. Here's in the way. I wanted it to look like a block and to almost be squared in their stitching. So I did 4 stitches. Well, with this one I did 3, which was what then made me think I could mosaic that. And so this was born out of it. So yeah, this was the original blanket, and it was just all different colours. So what I did was where I did the darker yellow, and then I did a lighter one. On the next one I did the lighter, then the darker, and the same shows more with the green and with the blue and the pink and the teal. So yeah, I made that one, and I put a little border on, and I kind of did the crab stitch border, and I did a tutorial for that separately. Well, I did the border separately. I did it as a crochet along. That way you can take the parts that you want. So if you wanted to see how to do the square, then you could watch the square. Just threw it back over the computer monitor. There we go. If you wanted to watch the joining, then you could see the joining. It's if you wanted to see the border, then you can see the border. So that was how I did it. So that's this one, that one, and the finished object. So sorry, this top keeps going really low, flashing all what I had for lunch. Okay, so this is a new one. I haven't shown this yet, and I've kind of been I've kind of been teasing about it. So this was that funny little stitch that somebody said it was a half treble or half double crochet herringbone. I'm not sure if that's true, but one of my subscribers called it wiggly worms, and I prefer that. So this is wiggly worm stitch, and as you can see, I've made it into something that is not quite finished yet. I'm not going to say what this is, but I've got that far with it, and I'm using an ombre yarn, which I did have some of this around here to show you. I've had in my stash for a very, very long time, and I got it in a shop called Wilkinson's or Wilco. They had it in this colour and had it in mauve, which went into grey, and I really liked both, so I got quite a bit of all of them, or both of them. I think it was only 2 or 3 maybe, but I have them anyway, and I'd not used them up until now, and I suddenly thought, I think wiggly worm stitch is going to look really good with that. So there we go. It is a little hairy as a yarn, so it does, can't really see it so much, but it is a tad hairy, but it's all right. It's not getting too stuck. I didn't want to frog any, you know, that would be difficult, I think, frogging it. Okay, so that's one WIP. I was going to take the edging off of these boots and make a new tie and make these into a pair of boy boots, because everybody that I know that's having a baby at the moment is having a boy, and this is a pair that I've got made. So, well, almost made and finished. I did have a lilac one, which doesn't have the little thing inside to keep it in shape, but I was going to try and undo that edging. Again, it's James C. Britt Flutterby, which is fluffy and therefore going to be a challenge. So we might just make one more boot. So that one, I can have this one as the other pair of those. So now this is not everybody's cup of tea, and I do understand that, but I was asked to make kitten beanies or hats for kittens. And so here we go. I made a little top hat, and there it is. It's got little ties because that one won't fit over the head, and so that obviously ears will be like there. So this is one. I used to have a brooch like this, you know. It was kind of filled in, but this was all sequins, and it used to just go on your lapel. So that's one. Then I made this one, which is a beanie, like an ear flap beanie, and it does have places for little ears to come out, and it's sequined yarn. I don't know if you can see it, but it is very sparkly. It doesn't show it in its glory, that one. And then I kind of made an orange one, and some time ago, quite some time ago, I had free in a magazine some little tiny orange pom-poms, and I wanted to edge a scarf, like make a scarf and put them all along each edge. So I had a certain amount, and I thought they'd be perfect to make a beanie. And I've got like the ear holes there and little orange pom-pom. It's not the same colour orange, but I did this tie, and I used to make these ties all the time because they're like bootlaces when you make them. They're pretty cool, and I don't think anybody else has ever made those, so one of these days maybe I'll show you. But then I'll see, you know, everyone will do it. Then I made a stripy one, and the stripy one has flaps with the ties again. It's mostly, and it's got like all like different colours on there, like little stripy one. And I made a bucket hat. Okay. And there it is. This is the bucket hat. It's got, again, it's got little ear holes, but yeah, little bucket hat's got a little turn up there. So this one is gold lurex yarn. I got it, it's a gold glitz. It's a King Cole glitz yarn, and it is very, very sparkly, very, very glitz. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick that up, but it is. And so it's quite a snazzy little hat, this one. Little bucket hat. I got that from one of my yarn quest videos when I was doing the yarn quests, and I've got quite a lot of that King Cole glitz in my stash. Not in my shop though, I might have some, but not a great deal. But I used to get quite a bit of it because I used to make Christmassy stuff with all the glitzes. So I had made some mittens, and here's a pair. I haven't sewn the ends in. I've been very naughty. Hang on, let me just get rid of that. Obviously before if I would give these to someone, I would sort that out. But here they are. These are some little mittens that I made a little while ago, and they were a new tutorial on my channel. I've got I'd already had one. What did I do for these at the top? I think it was just another pair of mittens, but I made these ones, and I made the little tops on there, and I did one pattern, many sizes. So there we go, got a bigger pair, and then bigger still. So of all ages really, how one pattern fits all, and that was how I did that. So that was one tutorial. And then Victoria, is my son's other half, asked me to do a granny beanie. So a beanie for a baby with a granny stitch. I'm going to turn my fan off because I'm getting cold. Never thought I'd say those words. But she had seen some tutorials, but she was having a little bit of trouble with them. Hang on a second. I feel like I'm getting lower and lower until I'll be indecent. So yeah, I thought I'd make one for her to do. And so I had a little play and I came up with this, and it's obviously pink and variegated, so you can't really see the definition as much, but that was my practice. So then I thought, okay, I'll do the tutorial for her. So she wants it for a newborn. It's quite a small newborn baby, so I did this little newborn size, and there we go. It's got the granny stitch newborn beanie. So then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do different sizes. So I did another one which was slightly larger, so it's kind of 0 to 3 months, this one, and I love this yarn. That's the back. I love this yarn. This is that yarn. It's Kitty's Kaleidoscope. It's discontinued now, but I do have quite a bit of that colour in my shop. And then I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a preemie beanie. So here we are. Here's the preemie beanie. And yeah, so I did a few tutorials. I did that newborn and I did the preemie one. But I thought, well, I might as well do some mittens to match. So we've got little granny stitch on the top to match. So although they were the same colour as the other ones, I already gave these away. I gave these to my neighbour because his son's granddaughter, no, his nephew's granddaughter, nephew lives next door, is having a baby girl. So I thought, oh, well, there you go, have these. And then I suddenly thought I was going to show those on my WIP Tuesday. So it was either going to be a WIP Tuesday or a Twip Thursday. I wasn't sure. So I had to go get them back and said I would give them back to him again once I'd done this. So that's those. I'd done those as well. So this is how far I got with Sophie's Universe. I've still got that far with Sophie's Universe. I have not had any time to myself, and I think I was probably a little bit crazy to think that I would be able to devote my time to it, because I'm so busy. And that's it. That's how far I got with Sophie's. So I still have this blanket, which is a rectangle. It's not granny. It's got lots and lots of different stitches that I put together. And this yarn is the one that Glinda from Creative Grandma bought recently. It is the King Cole Parrot Beach. This one, it's got the greens. So this is the silkiest, softest yarn that you've ever felt. So this is a rectangular one, but like I said, I did about 4 different stitches, so it's kind of like a 4-row repeat, but it's only a free what's the word, free form, that's not the word I was thinking, freestyly. It's a freestyly. And then there's this, and I keep forgetting that I've got this, and this is my new granny circle, and I still need to frog, I don't know if I need to frog it back or not, but a couple of rows. I was writing this down as a pattern and gonna do a tutorial. I was using this yarn for that. This was made with, or is made with, the Swirly Whirly cakes from James C. Brett, which I got some for my shop, and I was coveting it quite a bit. I wanted these blues in my life. So that's what I was making. Oh, I've got yarn in my mouth. Fluffs in my mouth. So that was getting quite a size, and I need to assess it and carry on with it. Then there's this one, and I'm not happy with this, and I did say that I might frog this because I don't like all these splodges of colour in the light colour. But all I need to do really, I've still got yarny fluff, is frog it back to where that starts to happen, and remove that part of the yarn and do something with the rest. But I don't know if the other cake, I've only got 2, the other one's here. I don't know if that will do it, but I didn't like that at all. It was either going to be thrown in the bin or frogged back, but it does look like it might do the same thing. It does kind of look like, I don't know, it does, the white bits or the lighter bits do look patchy, but it's weird really because it is a mandala. I've had this from, I got it in Hobbycraft a long time ago, so it's, yeah, you can see there, that bit there, it's kind of, I don't know, yeah, you can see, if I get the strand, you can see it's got, yeah, I don't like that. That's horrible. So that will go. I'll just have to get rid of all that part. I really don't like that. So I have a bag of bits. So this was the blanket that I made for Gary's daughter, and this was the swatch that I did. But I really loved it, and I did stripes of this. It's James C. Brett Flutterby, and it's beautiful. It's alpine stitch, and yeah, I think that the James C. Brett really was lovely with the alpine stitch. I've got lots of swatches. Remember I said a little while ago that I'm going to keep all my squares and swatches, and I'm going to turn them into something. So I've started to put them in this bag, and so they're in there. I might make a big swatchy blanket. Okay, so this was, I can undo this and put it in, or this was when I did the tutorial for the blanket and showed how to attach them. So I don't think there's anything else in there, but I do have something that I'm working on over here. No, it's unlike me, really. Let's get it off. This, look how thin that is. It is fingering weight. Whoa, I never do that. I never do fingering weight. But this is a shawl, and I don't do fingering, and I don't do triangle shawls. So what's occurring? There we go. I figured it's a shawl in a ball type yarn. Let's just see if it really is. So I like the colours on this. At the moment I've got to the whites and the greys and stuff, but it will open up into the colours again at some point. So I don't know how good it will be making with this stitch, you know, when it says one makes a shawl. It might not be something like this stitch though, but we'll see. it's too late to turn back. But that's my kind of another project that I've got on the go. So yeah, I've got others. I've got stitch tutorials that I did, like with that wiggly worm stitch, which has now turned into a project, because the reason I made that was because I wanted to have a go at it. I thought, you know, I might use this, you know, I liked it a lot. So that, I think that's enough. I've got other WIPs. I could have brought it in to show you, but I have a stall that was ugly. It's seen better days. When we first moved in here, it was just a footstool, but it was a rectangular one, and I've made a cover for it. I've actually attached all of the yarn, all of the squares in the right shape. I just need to put it on and sew the leg parts, because it goes flat like that and then down like a box. So I need to attach that part and then attach it to the body, and it's done. I need to bring it in to get it done. So next time I'm out there, if I'm not carrying loads of stuff, I'll bring that in. But I could have brought that in to show you, because that is still a WIP, and I'm actually I've been working on it. So I'm kind of yes, a very, very old one. That was a UFO, but it's been resurrected. Anyway, that's kind of most of the things that I've got going on at the moment. There's probably been others, but yeah, been busy. So thank you for watching. What's on your hook? Let me know what you're working on, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now.